Yo, what's going on, everybody? In today's video, we're going to be talking about Team Affinity and how we can get it done as quickly as possible. Before we get into it, though, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and turn your notifications on. Also, in the comment section below, let me know how far you are in your Team Affinity grind, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get into the video. So we're just going to take our camera out the way. And we're going to show you we are 100% on every single division. So our Team Affinity 1 grind is completely done. How do we go and finish it as quickly as possible? Well, let's go into each and every, not each and every division, but let's just go into maybe one or two. At the top, you're always going to have your moments for each division, right? Each division is going to have its moments. You know, as you see, each division again has its moments. So as that being said, each division has 5 moments. Okay, each one is 5,000 TA points, which is nothing compared to the 150 we have to get to. With that being said, they're quick moments, right? Tally 1 extra base hit in 1 plate appearance with Cedric Mullins. He has a nice swing, should be able to get that done rather quickly. Length 1 game, you have to get 2 hits, 1 extra base hits with Devers. Hit a bomb with Stanton, who has massive power. Wander Frank a little bit tougher. You got to hit 3 hits in 1 game, but he's got good contact, switch hitter. I guess this would be the toughest one, right? The 6 total bases in 1 game. Hit a bomb and a double in a game, or hit 2 bombs in a game, that gets it done, or 3 doubles in a game. But you know, preferably you would want to see a bomb in your first at bat to get it done. At least for me, if I didn't hit that bomb in that first at bat, I would restart, right? So then you're gonna have your showdown. It's only 1 showdown per each division. So essentially, this is Team Affinity 1 East showdown. So it counts for both the AL East and NL East. Okay, so that's 15K right there. You get your moments done and you get your showdown done. That's right there, 20,000 TA points right off rip. Those are the first 2 things I think you should be attacking. Get that done so you get those 20K right off rip. Then, just like showdown, there is a Team Affinity Season 1 East Conquest. So 1 conquest map per the 2 divisions, right? That's 25K. So if you finish the showdown moments and the conquest, that's 50K right off rip. Okay, now while you're doing the conquest, you're playing CPU games. Okay, so we'll have 1 pack, a captain's choice, right? So with this captain's choice pack, obviously when you pick one of these captains, guess what's going to happen? What's going to happen is there's captain stat missions, of course, right? You got all your captain stats missions. Okay, they're worth 3,500 TA points per mission that you complete for each captain. There's 5 captains for a total worth of 17,500 TA points. Aren't terrible. 5 extra base hits with Rushman, 12 Ks with Sale, which I didn't even get to, 12 Ks with McClanahan, 9 innings pitched with Manoah, and 3 bombs with Aaron Judge. In my opinion, the pitcher's missions are always going to be easier because you're pitching, you have every chance, right? You only get so many at bats in 1 game, especially in a conquest game that are 3 innings, and you can pitch with that pitcher every single game. So in my opinion, you should go after the pitchers first, whether it's McClanahan, Sale, or Manoah, right? 2 of them are Ks, and then Manoah is innings pitched, only 9 innings. Just get your pitcher in your first set, captain, and get those strikeouts or innings out the way, and get those 3,500 points right away, even before you finish the conquest, right? Also, you'll have a henchman, of course. I forgot to mention the henchman because you have 5K worth of henchmen, or sorry, right after the moments, you get the henchman. If you do all 5 moments, and you get the 5K of TA points. There's plenty of henchmen. There's also henchman missions. Now, with the henchman missions, it's PXP. So, with that being said, they brought down the PXP for hitters by 50 and only made it 200 this year. The pitchers at 600, and honestly, I can't even remember right now off the top of my head what it was the year before. But basically, you're getting 100 points more than the first parallel, right? Parallel 1 is 500 points, so 500 plus 100 is 600. That's all you got to get. Again, in my opinion, racking up the PXP for pitchers is easier than hitters. You know, you get more points anyway for pitchers. Yes, it's 400 more, but again, you can use them as long as you want, right? As long as they're not being a detriment to you and causing you to give up runs, you keep rolling with them. I think to start off with, just go with the pitcher, and then right there you're gonna get those PXP points rather quickly. That's another 3,500. You do the captain and the henchman. That's right there, 7,000 PXP rather quickly before Before you even finish the conquest, you're gonna have an extra 7,000 PXP. You're gonna have your team build missions, okay? These are repeatable. All you gotta do is have, not all you gotta do, it's 2,500 PXP. It's not nothing out of reach, but it's not nothing that's very simple to do. Shouldn't say not very simple. I would rather say it's not something that's insane to do. All right, each team is 2,500 PXP, as we said, and each gets 5,000 TA points. So if you repeat this over and over and over again, you can get up to the 150, but you know, you want to also incorporate the other missions and showdown and whatnot while you're doing Team Affinity, okay? With that being said, the best way to do it, maybe you don't have collections done, right? But by now, maybe you have enough players to fill out a whole roster. When I say players, to like a whole team, like maybe you have the Orioles, you can fill out the whole team. Or maybe you have, I don't know, 6 Orioles that you can put in as hitters, and then the other 3 can be Red Sox, Yankees, Rays, or Blue Jays, or any way you want to do it, right? Just so you have so many hitters. In my opinion, if you can fill out the whole lineup and do a lineup from 1 through 9 of hitters of whatever team you pick, because you have all the players, then that's the way you should roll, right? That would just make it way easier to do it. Now, in a perfect world, if we pick, let's say, Alek Manoah as our first pitcher, right? Well, in a perfect world, we would fill out a full team of Blue Jays. Or if we picked the Chris Sale, then in a perfect world, we would do all Red Sox just to get Chris Sale's missions done. He's also adding that PXP while also having 9 hitters that are Red Sox, right? Now, that's in a perfect world. If you have your collections done, this is so simple for you to do, right? Because you have all the teams, every player from each team. If you don't have your collections done, just look, go to your inventory and find which teams you have the most players of for each division, and then that's the team you should roll with. And then that's probably the team that you should pick the henchman for and also the captain for, right? If a captain pitcher isn't on the team that you have the most players for in each division because you don't have the collections done, that's up to you. Just pick what you would like to do. If you want to take the captain from your team that you have, you know, the most players for, then there's nothing wrong with that either. But the biggest point I'm just trying to get to is all these missions are repeatable. So you can use that team in Conquest. You're grinding out that Conquest, playing those games, so that you can also start earning the 5k TA points that are repeatable. You never know. By the time you're done with the Conquest, you may have 15,000 extra TA points along with a Conquest that gives you the 25,000, and you already finished your showdown with your moments. So just 5k plus the 15, that's 20. That's an extra 15k. And then also throw in, maybe you finished a henchman and also a captain. That's an extra 7k. Now you're starting to rack up those points, right? When you're playing Conquest, you're actually playing games against the CPU. You want to build your team with the most players possible from any given team in that division in order to try to rack up these PXP points, because 5,000 TA points is quite a bit. All right, and as you get rolling, you play a lot of games, you'll see how fast you'll start racking up that PXP and racking up those 5,000 TA. Then lastly, once you finish the Conquest, then right here you're gonna see mini seasons vouchers. So if you give 1 voucher, that's gonna be 4,000 TA points. But if you exchange 5, of course, 4,000 times 5 is 20,000 TA points, which now you're getting into a lot of TA points. So with that being said, we're gonna go move on to single player modes and mini seasons, right? You're gonna have 3 different mini seasons. It's not every mini season that you get the vouchers, okay? This Lefty Lucy, no, this is only to get this Mark Mulder card. This classic mode is just no, not either. You get reward packs and a minimum of 15,000 XP. So it's X for XP and reward packs. So no. Team Affinity Season 1 mini seasons, okay? These 2, no. This one is the one we need to go into. This is the one that we need to be playing. All right. So when you finish a mini season, regardless if you're first place, second place, third place, or fourth place, you have to at least be in 4th place to make the playoffs. There's only a semifinal and a final. So there's only 4 teams that make the playoffs. You have to at least be in 4th place. But regardless of the place, you get the same amount of vouchers. You get 3 vouchers to finish a season and make the playoffs, regardless of placing. So use that to your advantage. That's where you use that to your advantage, okay? I know that if I can get in at 4th place, that means that I can get the same vouchers as if I got 1st place. So you don't even need to play all the mini season games all the way through, okay? There's 30 games in a mini season. There's 28 games in a mini season, Okay, so with that being said, you're gonna play the first 15, preferably 16. That's what I saw the most of, getting into the playoffs with 16 wins. Try to play those games, okay? 15 to 16 wins. If you can roll off and always beat the computer, obviously this is going to be very easy to do, to just roll off all 16 wins in a row, 15 wins in a row. You sometimes struggle against the computer, then you might need to play more games, okay? Again, you can play on rookie. You don't have to even play on veteran, all-star, legend, anything. You can play at the lowest difficulty, which is rookie, obviously, and still earn same vouchers, all that kind of good stuff, right? So we're gonna win the first 15, 16 games, okay? We're gonna start monitoring the standings, okay? You're gonna start quitting out of every game after that. You get your 15 wins, start quitting every game after that, okay? And you're gonna start monitoring those standings. That will tell you if you're gonna need to play an extra game or not towards the end of the season to be safe, or if you can just keep rolling and quit every game out. Once we get into the playoffs, after doing, you know, our 14, 15, or 15, 16 wins and quitting the rest of the games because we monitored the standings, we got 3 vouchers. Then we get into the playoffs and we end up the semifinals. We win the semifinals. That's going to be another 3 vouchers. So now we're up to 6 vouchers times 4. We have 24,000 TA points. Okay. Then you go into the finals. You win the finals. They're best of 5 series, 9-inning games. Go 3-0 each one. You only played 9 innings, right? So you end up winning the finals. Everything's good. You get now 4 vouchers for winning the finals, and for a grand total of 10 vouchers, and you end up with 40k TA points for finishing 1 complete mini season. Again, with the mini season, another thing you need to be doing, same thing as Conquest, is using the team build. Let's say you're attacking a certain division, right? I'm attacking the AL East. Well, I'm going to use whatever team I can fill out the most of to get those PXP points, while also adding my henchmen, my captain's missions, and stuff like that. Okay, let's say we are attacking a certain division. Okay, the way I had done it is, if I'm attacking the AL East or the NL East and I have those players, well, I know my PXP is gonna rack up and give me the 5,000 TA points. I know I'm finishing my missions. I know I'm doing all that, right? So I'm not gonna use the vouchers for that particular division. I'll use the vouchers for a division I'm neglecting. Okay, reason being is because that division, obviously we're neglecting. We're not doing anything to that division, all right, based off stats and missions. All right, the only thing we've got done with that division is we've got our conquest done, we've got the showdown done, and the moments done. All those things come first. Finish all those first and then jump into mini seasons. Okay, with that being said, if you can rack up, I don't know, let's say 30k for the division you're working on, then you give 40k to another division. Right there, you just split your 70k and you're starting to move along in these divisions. As you're going through the mini seasons, you're gonna start seeing that your TA percentages keeps going up, up, and up very, very quickly, because again, you can play on rookie. So again, you can play on rookie, so you can try to absolutely unload on the computer, rack up that PXP, rack up all those missions, and get them done as quickly as possible, while also working towards those vouchers, and then be able to give it to a division that you're not using anybody from the teams for. Okay, so that is the way I went about it in order to get this 100% done, you know, as quickly as possible. All right, it is a little bit of a grind as opposed to previous years, but it is not something that can't be done unless, you know, if you put your time into it. Okay, it's not like you're playing a month worth long of extreme showdown or extreme conquest or anything like that, right? Everything you can do when you're playing the CPU, you can play against them on either rookie or veteran. You know, in conquest, obviously you might get some games on all-star, maybe, if you didn't do the map correctly, but for the most part, you can play on rookie or veteran. So in conclusion, let's break it down again in a very quick summary of how you should attack the Team Affinity programs. Moments, get them done for each division, get those 5k off rip, get a henchman pack. Secondly, get your Team Affinity showdown done. It's only 3 total showdowns because it's a showdown per division, or per the 2 divisions. Okay, get them done. That's another extra 15k. Now you're up to 20k TA points. Once we're at 20k, now we not only have a henchman, but we also have a captain. Okay, Now, again, captain missions are 3,500 TA points. The fastest ones to do are, I think, are pitchers, because you use them every game. You know, you can pitch them as long as you want, as long as they're not being a detriment to your team. After we're done with the AL moments and East and the showdown, right? After we're done with the moments and the showdown, we have our 20K. Jump into conquest. Do this for each division. Get the moments done, then the showdown done, then the conquest for each division. Get all that out the way to get the 45K TA points just from that. While you're playing conquest, you're also going to be accumulating, again, team build missions for PXP 2,500, as long as you're picking out a team that you have the most players for and filling out that lineup. You're going to have done at least one captain mission and a henchman mission by the time you're done with conquest. And of course, if you're building these, get those 5K TA points while you're doing the conquest. You're going to be able to unlock more packs and keep it rolling. Once we're done with all the conquests for each division, then that's when you should be jumping into mini seasons, okay? And again, it's got to be the Team Affinity Season 1 mini seasons. No other one you can play in and get the vouchers. This is the one right there, Team Affinity Season 1. Play your first 15 to 16 games, get those W's. After that, start quitting out of games. Manage, look at the standings. You have to at least get 4th place. Doesn't matter if you get 4th or 1st. You're gonna get those 3 vouchers at the end. Quit out of those games. Manage the standings. If you have to play that extra game at the end of the season, play it. If not, big W. Get into the playoffs. Get your 3 vouchers. Win the semifinals. That's another 3 vouchers. Okay. And then get into the finals, win the finals, and that's 4 vouchers for a total of 10 vouchers, 40,000 TA points. And again, you're using your captains and henchmen along with, and then pick a team that has the most, you know, if you don't have the collections done, pick a team that you have the most players for, fill out your lineup to get that PXP as fast as possible, get those 5,000 TA points. And then when you get those vouchers, use it on a division that you're currently neglecting. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you found this helpful for your TA grind. Make sure you use these tips in order to get your TA done as quickly as possible, okay? Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.